Hello my dear students, you all are welcome to my geography class and I am here to discuss chapter number 3 Human Development from the book India, People and Economy. Today I will be providing you information about human development, about the concept of human development. Okay, like what do we mean by human development and all. Okay, we will be discussing today. Okay. So basically we are going to discuss about the introduction to human development. Okay. So let us proceed actually. See, what is human development or what do we mean by human development? See, human development is a process of enlarging the range of people's choices, increasing their opportunities for education, healthcare, income and empowerment, and covering the full range of human choices from a sound physical environment to economic, social and political freedom. Okay. So human development basically refers to the process, the process which enlarges the people's choices in the field of education, in the field of healthcare, in the field of income and empowerment. Okay. And which covers human development which covers the full range of human choices from the sound physical environment to economic, social and political freedom actually. So human development not only means development in their economic condition, development, overall development of the nation and all, but human development also means increasing the people's empowerment, increasing the people's choices in different fields and all. So basically the concept of human development was introduced by two eminent persons. One is Mehboob ul Haq from Pakistan and Dr. Amartya Sen from India. These two persons were there who introduced the concept of human development actually. Like development is freedom which is often associated with modernization, leisure, comfort and affluence. So basically development means freedom, and which is often associated with modernization, leisure, comfort and affluence. So it does not mean that development means only infrastructural development in the economy and all, but development is related to freedom. Development is freedom actually. See, in the present day context, of computerization, industrialization, efficient transport and communication network, large education system, advanced and modern medical facilities, safety and security of individuals, etc. These are considered as a symbol of development. So basically a particular region or a country where we can see that in this different areas, in the areas of computerization, industrialization, better transport and communication network, large education system, advanced medical facilities, safety and security of individuals has developed, we basically consider that these particular areas are developed. But every individual, community and government, they measures its performance or level of development in relation to the availability and access to some of these things. So basically every individual, every community and the government, they measure their level of development keeping in mind about the access to this above mentioned things actually. But this idea of development is a partial one. It is a partial and one-sided view of development, because there are many countries in the world which are highly developed in computerization, industrialization, they are having better transport and communication systems, better safety and security of the individuals are provided, but then also they are lagging behind in the human development index. There are various reasons responsible for it that we are going to discuss later on, today only. But this concept of human development means the material prosperity, the material prosperity of human development is a one-sided view of development, and this view of development is called the Western or the Eurocentric view of development. So what is Eurocentric view of development or Western view of development? Basically development which takes place in the material aspects of the human beings, are known as, is considered as a human development actually. But it's a partial and one-sided view of development actually, because the other side of human development provides us some other idea. It provides us some different facts actually. See, In a country, okay, in a post-colonial country like India, colonization, marginalization, social discrimination, and regional disparity, etc., show the other face of development. So basically, in a post-colonial country like India, okay, where social discrimination, regional disparity is there, okay, we are example of the other phase of development actually. Okay, thus for India, development is a mixed bag of opportunities as well as neglect and deprivation. So for our country India, development is a mixed bag of opportunities as well as neglect and deprivation. What does this mean actually? What does this sentence mean? See, basically, there are few areas like the metropolitan cities and the other developed enclaves that have all the modern facilities available to a small section of its population, whereas at the other extreme of it, there are large rural areas and the slums in the urban areas that do not have the basic amenities like the potable water, education, and health infrastructure available to majority of this population. And this is why it is said that development is a mixed bag of opportunities as well as neglect and deprivation for the case of India. Okay, because development brings opportunities. Okay, development brings opportunities for few people, whereas it causes deprivation to a larger section of the people in our country. Because in our country, okay, development is not equally accessible by all the people actually. Okay, so only some group of people, okay, they enjoy the benefits of development, whereas a larger section of the society, they are deprived. Okay, for example, just now we said that basically in the metropolitan cities and some of the developed areas of our country, all the modern facilities are available. Okay, and in this metropolitan cities and the developed enclaves and all, a few percentage, okay, a few percentage of the population is there, whereas on the other hand side, a larger percentage of the people of our country, they are settled in the rural areas, in the slum areas and all. Okay, where the basic amenities are also not available. The basic amenities like potable water, education, health infrastructure are not available. Okay, so this is why it is said that development is a mixed bag of opportunities as well as neglect and deprivation. Okay, even the situation is more alarming if one looks at the distribution of the development opportunities among different sections of our society. Okay, and if we try to study in if you try to study in details about the distribution of the developmental opportunities, okay, the study will provide us a lot of information that different sections of our society, okay, are deprived. It is a well-established fact that majority of the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, the landless agricultural laborers, the poor farmers, the slum dwellers, etc. are the marginalized lot. A large segment of female population is the worst sufferers among all. So basically in our country India, as we know that social discrimination is prevalent. Okay, so basically there are many people, there are many groups, okay, marginalized groups such as the scheduled caste, the scheduled tribes, the landless agricultural laborers, the poor farmers and the slum dwellers and all. They are the most marginalized lot. Okay, and they are not able to enjoy the benefits of development. Okay, the opportunities are not accessible to them because of various constraints. Okay, and if we see the sex wise, even like the female population is the worst sufferer among all these actually, okay, in the society. It is also equally true that the relative as well as absolute condition of the majority of these marginalized sections have worsened during the development happening over the years. Okay, so with the process of development going on in our country, okay, many of these marginalized people has suffered a lot actually. Okay, they are facing more problems because of various developmental activities. Okay, consequently, vast majority of the people are compelled to live under abject, okay, poverty and subhuman conditions. So a majority of the people, okay, a majority of the people living in the slum areas, living in the rural areas, okay, they are compelled to live in a condition of abject poverty and subhuman conditions, where they does not get the basic facilities of drinking water, sanitation facilities, proper healthcare and education actually. Okay, so as I said, that development is beneficial for a few group of people, for a few percentage of people, but whereas on the other hand a larger section of the society is deprived. Okay, so basically in our country we see that the marginalized people, they are the worst sufferer. Okay, because they suffer a lot because of this kind of developmental activities. I am just giving an example of a hydel power project. Suppose a hydel power project which will be constructed in a hilly region. Okay, so in that mountainous region or the hilly region, what will happen because of the construction of the hydel power project or the multipurpose project, many of the people living in those particular areas, okay, has to settle in some other places actually. Okay, the government, they will displace those people from their native place to some other places because the project has to be built up. Okay, so what will happen, these people are the poor people. Okay, and when these people, they will be shifting their place, or they will be compelled, okay, to leave their place of residence to some other places. They have to move to a new place. Okay, and when they will move to a new place, they have to start from the very beginning, their business, okay, their economic activities, everything has to be started in a new way actually, so which will affect them a lot. And after the project will be completed, who will be benefited? The electricity which will be generated will be supplied in the urban areas, will be used by the industrialist and all. Okay, but these people who has been displaced, they will not get any benefit of this developmental activity actually. So this is just an example. Okay, in the same way there are various developmental activities which are taking place in and around our country, okay, where the marginalized the marginalized peoples, they suffer a lot actually. Okay, so there is yet another interrelated aspect of development that has direct bearing on the deteriorating human condition. Okay, so another aspect of development is that developmental activities cause a direct bearing on the human conditions. It deteriorates the human conditions. How? Because various developmental activities causes environmental pollution, okay, leading to ecological crises. Air, soil, water and noise pollution have not only led to the tragedy of commons, but this have also threatened the existence of our society. Okay, so because of various developmental activities going on, okay, the environment is getting affected. Because when we are starting a new project, maybe a multi-purpose project or construction of roads or highways or the railways and all, okay, the environment gets deteriorated because the forest needs to be clear, the agricultural land needs to be acquired, okay, the people needs to be displaced and all. Okay, and this all leads to various problems actually. And basically the environmental problems related to such developmental activities, okay, it causes harm to the environment, and we people are the one who suffer from various environmental pollutions actually. Okay, so this is what about the introduction to human development actually. So human development basically refers to the increasing opportunities of the people. So as I said that human development, okay, like development in the field of computerization, industrialization and all, basically is a view of development. Okay, basically it's people consider these all things as a development. Okay, but this is a one-sided view of the development. Okay, whereas on the other side, okay, the people, they suffer a lot. Now here you see, consequently the poor are being subjected to three interrelated processes of declining capabilities: the social capabilities, the environmental capabilities and the personal capabilities. Okay, basically the poor people, okay, they are subjected to these three processes of declining capabilities, such as social capabilities, because of displacement and weakening the social ties. Because when the people are displaced from their native place, they have to migrate to different places, okay, and okay, which weakens their social tie-up. Environmental capabilities, because of pollution, all the people in the society are affected, basically the poor peoples. Personal capabilities, due to increasing incidence of diseases and accidents, this in turn has adverse effect on their quality of life and human development. Okay, so because of various diseases and the accidents, the personal capability of the poor peoples gets affected, okay, which hampers their quality of life. Okay. It can be said that the present development has not been able to address the issue of social injustice regional imbalances, and environmental degradation. So the material development which is taking place in and around us, like development in the field of industrialization, development in the field of computerization, development in the field of infrastructure and all, okay, this all has not been able to address the issue of social injustice, regional imbalances, and environmental degradation actually. On the contrary, it is being widely considered as the prime cause of the social disruptive injustices, deterioration in the quality of life and human development, and ecological crisis and social unrest. Okay, so this all view of development, okay, or the development taking place in the field of industrialization, infrastructure, computerization and all, okay, this can be considered as the main cause of social disruptive injustice, okay, which is also responsible for deterioration in the quality of human life, okay, and which also causes ecological crisis and social unrest, okay, social problems. So thus it was thought to take up human development as a separate issue against the prevalent Western views of development, which considers development as the remedy to all ills including human development, regional disparities and environmental crises. Okay, so for different countries the concept of human development is not same. Okay, basically for the Western countries, okay, they consider development as development in the field in material prosperity. It means when material prosperity is achieved, they consider it as development. But for a country like India, material prosperity is just a one-sided view of development. Okay, so we need to look after the other side of development as well. Okay, so according to the Human Development Report published in the year 1993, progressive democratization and increasing empowerment of the people are seen as the minimum condition for human development. Okay, so the basic thing required for human development is increasing the empowerment of the people and progressive democratization. Okay, if the people are empowered, okay, they will be more freedom, okay, they will enjoy more freedom, they can make their own choices and own decisions, and which will help them to for their overall development actually. Okay, moreover, it also mentions that development must be woven around the people, not the people around development as the case previously. So previously what used to happen, development people, okay, development was not people centric actually, people were development centric. Okay, so here it is said development must be woven around the people. Okay, so means any kind of developmental activities which is taking place, okay, in the society or in the country, it must be done keeping in mind about the people. Okay, so development is for the people. Okay, people are not for development, but development is for people actually. Okay, means whatever developmental activities is taking place, it is for the people. So we have to look that these developmental activities cause positive changes in the life of the people rather than, okay, the negative changes. Okay, so I hope you all are clear about the concept of human development, okay, and why do we need to study about human development. So thank you my dear students.